thirst. Like a doctor rejecting medicine, like a flower ignoring sun, like a cup moving. Today, I'm lost at the intersection of feelings and
For your life to be easier, for your friends to be more kind, for that person you're always thinking of to have you on their mind. You'd be surprised, I think.
You never did believe in me, and perhaps that's the blessing in disguise, that I spoke of dreams and books and you had this blank stare emanating from your eyes. Because you couldn't imagine me standing in a bookstore. I was far too small, too nervous, too insecure, too shy, of course, for it all, too afraid to be somebody. Or you were afraid to be somebody's muse. You were there for the prequel, but not the story that I then decided to choose. When I was editing and rewriting and formulating how it should end, I looked back at our memories and how I tried so hard to mend. Glass shattered on the floor, coffee spilled from a third-story view. The wind takes the liquid like it took away the scent of you and soaked it into all the pages that you'll read again someday, maybe, in an off-campus indie bookstore where nobody will believe when you say that you used to know me. And how it's about you, how you saw the poem first. You'll show a message off like the irony of an ocean dying from thirst. Like a doctor rejecting medicine, like a flower ignoring sun, like a cup moving as liquid pours into it, like a story that begun. With an ending, we ended. And I shoved all the love I had for you away into the ground and put dirt on top of it because it seemed like there was nothing that I could say. And went on with my life then. You were gone. No one I knew. But love buried is not love lost. And as I stare at the garden I planted of you. And the roses are all thornless, it's heavily laden with fruitful trees. I give away the reality I saw of you and hope you caught the familiarity of it in a breeze. Of sweet, cherry, cheerful, daily sunset blush. You'll find yourself in a book and realize it wasn't just some stupid crush. To me, a flashback like lightning struck on your heart to bring it back. That everything you thought you were missing, I already knew you didn't lack. You never did believe in yourself. And belief not taught hardens and molds until you open up a book and cry at the weight that it still holds of your smile, remembered, of your heart, finally understood what's it like to be admired, not just for a moment, but for good. You never did think of yourself as inspiring. Look what you inspired, the market of joy. There's bouquets of poems being gifted that all tie back to the love a girl had for some boy. That wasn't reciprocated in reality, but in some fictional world the two of us did last, until the make-believe buys a ticket to the truth as I look up to sign a book. And it's like no time has passed. Prayed for a blessing, I forgot to include the instructions to come within. So I'm stumbling through happiness like it's a city where I've never been, that I've only ever seen in painting, in photograph, in dreams, where it always ended being ripped away from me, but the memory stayed caught on its seams. I'm looking through pillowcases like I'm a needle met with a stack of hay, but all they say to me is that the key to forever starts with a long list of todays. So today, I'm lost at the intersection of feelings and professing them for you clearly, looking at the streetlights, but they're all red and nearly, a very shitty way of showing me I'm stopped from doing right at all ends. What good is it to fall for a poet if she illegibly combines all the words that she sends? I could compare you to a masterpiece painting, but to say you're static like that would be cruel, for you're a long list of the type of todays we never learned about in school. I look between my words like they're a toolbox. I'm swimming between a page's lanes. I'm staring at a blank canvas, trying to bring it to life, but nothing real ever remains. For how do I bring to art a human being who could never just be a rhyme to know? So I bring the woven cloth outside, and right before I decide to give up and go, I lay down and confess to it that I'm imperfect. As the sun lights parts of it aflame, the grass stains the corners. I'm anxious of things never changing, or of I always staying the same. I hold up the raw remains that balance me out with its weight. The blue sky peeks from the cracks and holes. The clouds like a soft kiss are a reminder to wait for the type of creativity that sculpts from action, from the soft whisper of a human touch, for the type of word that stands there naked asking if it's too soon or far too much. So I keep staying silent because when I say what I do, I want you to know that I don't ever mean to compare you to poems for their rhythm, but instead for the goosebumps they incite. The sun not for its necessity, but for its nature to bring colors to light. A puzzle not finished, but instead of today, well spent. I'm trying to learn all the parts of you so I can articulate what to me they meant. What they mean. To be able to know But instead I sit in the snow cooling down the thought that you remind me of the magic of softness, but only armor I have brought. I could never write you, but still letters I try and send, hoping to photograph the stars like I hope to see your reflection penned. But much like a camera, I lack the skill to capture clearly what's true. So instead I set down my canvas, my only shield. I put aside my safety so I can turn to face you.
I think you're more talented than you let yourself know. If you were a singer first time on tour, you'd be amazed by how many people would come to your show. I think you're awe-inspiring, worthy of the work. I think you'd be surprised in which corners your blessings lurk. I know you don't think that the blessings are done, that you're in a fight with the universe, that the test is never done. What if I said congratulations? You did more than what was needed. That every time you thought you were being punished, your angels went and pleaded for your life to be easier, for your friends to be more kind, for that person you're always thinking of to have you on their mind. You'd be surprised, I think, to find out you could have asked for more, that you were settling for self-sabotage because that's what always came before, what you thought that you wanted. Like to just be alone. You live your life on do not disturb, then wonder why there's no audible calls to your phone. I think you're more confused than you let yourself allow. So you have imposter syndrome when you take your rightful bow. So you don't let yourself enjoy it, this art that you make. You ghost the person who treats you right, you leave before they wake. But what if... Because what if they change their mind? What if they don't? What if they hate me? What if I tell you that they won't? I think you're more beautiful than your mirror allows you to say. And honestly, I think it's time that you get out of your own fucking way. Because the person you like might just like you back. The trip you've always wanted is just waiting for you to pack. There's a lease with your name on it that's more than just a dream. There's more working in your favor than how things always seem. The school you got rejected to, there's a version of you that went. They absolutely hated it, so they thought you deserved time much better spent. If you had stayed with that person, you would have never found this career, because they would have forever shouted insults about it from behind a warm beer, and you would have never become the person I always wish I knew. I think you're already perfect, but I really hope you feel that same way too. And if you want to hear more poems like that, I have many books, in case you were wondering.